Yeah, hello everyone. I'm going to do another wall review. This will be the last one for a while because I'm going away for a week, so I won't be able to record. I won't even be able to play Clash for the first time in about 2 years. I'm not going to have any internet, um, which is going to be an experience. Have a quick look. So this was a good war. This was a good war. It was a fair war. Fair play guys, and they just nipped it right at the end, beat us 41-40. So it's our first loss in a long time. These two red lions were both modding clans, so we don't count those. So yeah, first loss in, I don't know what, 2025. And it was a bit of a frustrating one. I mean, look, yeah, they won by 1 point, but we were dead equal on percentages. And they just did a better job on the nines. They did have a town hall advantage, so they had two town hall 10s. We only had one. Both had one town hall 11, and that ultimately counted. But I guess we did have the hero advantage. Our heroes were a lot higher than theirs, so evens it out a little bit. But it's still massive having a town hall 10 advantage, and it came down to that. They one-starred me at the end for the win, and they just did a better job of cleaning the nines. TC survived about 3 attacks-ish, did really well. Everything else got cleaned up on our side, so well done to Wii60. One of the guys actually came over after the war, and yeah, it seemed like good guys, so well done on their win. Frustrating, I just missed the 2 star on this guy by 2%. That would have won it for us. And we just missed 2 of the 9s. That's what it came down to. All the other. This is a Tunnel 10 3 star, we'll show that. But yeah, it just came down to not doing as good a job as we normally would. Better bases than normal. I don't know what it was. We were just off our game. A little bit. If you look down low, there's quite a few misses, and no one had an amazing war. There were 2 6-star wars. Chuck on his mini, as always, and the grandmother of Clash goes without saying. She's going to get a 6-star on her mini. But other than that, everyone missed at least one attack. So, and they weren't amazing bases. Don't know what it was, but anyway, not to take anything away from Wii60, it was a good war, well fought, and they came out victorious. So let's go on to some attacks. We'll start with one of mine, which was a Town Hall 10 3-star. So bully attack, if you want to call it a bully attack. Town Hall 11 coming down to hit a 9. So just open up the core, and then really this is quite compact, so it's ideal for mass switch and tear through this base pretty quickly. So golems down and line of whiz just to clean out that initial defense before we drop the jump. I'm going to let everything funnel in a bit. Giants in behind, level 7 giants in the CC. Just let that start working its way in. Let the heroes come in behind. Put the first rage down, and then drop the witches in packs of 3. I probably waited too long here. I thought I was going to screw the whole attack up because, as you can see, those first 3 witches do wrap. So I dropped the others a little bit more towards the left to make sure they piled in. But once they come in, they're making a beeline for the town hall. Where he had his heroes actually meant that all the troops got dragged in towards the core rather than following the resource ring around the outside. So that where he had his heroes actually helped me get into that core quicker. So base is pretty wrecked now, not a huge amount left. Couple of hogs, just brought a couple of hogs to help clean up this back end. So just dropped 2 on each cannon. But yeah, the base got trashed pretty quick. Everything's coming round. All the bombs were down south, and last few defences going down now. Those witches that wrapped are still up and doing damage, so it didn't cause me any harm. Just fast forward it. Hogs still up, so only 4 hogs. They're doing work. They're going to go across and take down this last cannon if they've got the strength to. And yeah, they do, and just clean up from there. So Pretty straightforward, really. Everything was kind of arranged to allow decent flow for the witches and keep them away from the splash. Don't want to watch it again. So that's the first one we're going to show. Let's have a look at what's this? We're going to show this one. Yeah, I'm going to show this one. I'll show this one sped up a bit because it is a 10 hitting a 9, but the hog deployment was a thing of beauty here. We've got to at least see that part. So I'm trying to fast forward it. My mouse doesn't want to. Just going to fast forward the initial stage. So he's going to come in and take out half the base. Slow it down again if it will. There we go. Takes about 10 hits on my mouse. So yeah, core clean. He's just going to clean the bottom half with hogs now. But look at the deployment. There we go. How many fingers was that? He used his fingers, his toes, his nose. Goodness knows what else he used to deploy those hogs. But yeah, very nice and a very quick death. Surgical deployment in the south. No real danger for bombs. Base is overwhelmed. We can fast forward it because it's all over by the cleanup. Level 39 queen. Look at that bad boy. One day my queen will be 39. Probably in about a year. So yeah, that was Chuck. We'll come down one more to have a look at Pip on 6. Just because, just the way he kills the hound. A lot of people, hound's obviously very common in Town Hall 9 CCs now, but this is the clinical way to kill it. So one hog trigger and just drops an archer to bring it up to the north. And as you will remember, post update, hounds no longer attack air. So what do? Once he's lured out there, you just drop a load of minions in. And it does take a bit of time. But obviously you've got the extra 30 seconds now, so it's not a problem. They will bash away at the hound, and what you do, you've got 2 poison. Not sure if he's going to use 1 or 2, but as soon as the hound pops, you drop the poison, and as the pups come back in to attack the minions, obviously they get killed by the poison, and they get killed by the pups as well. So I think he takes them all out apart from 1. Yeah, which he doesn't bother waiting for. I think he's a bit conscious of time. So he starts his golem attack from the south. Obviously he targets the queen. And then he's going to unleash the hogs, and he just does, I think it's just an Asian wall from the south, kind of spams all the hogs in at once in an Asian wall, and they just tear through the base. I can't remember if this was a clean up or first hit. Queen's now dead, so not sure if he's going to try and trigger any giant bomb locations. No, comes straight in with the hogs. So Asian wall of hogs, he's got 4 heals in the bag. First one goes down. No bombs so far. Yeah, nice place for a heal. It's just packed with high DPS defenses. Hogs are split now, so a heal for both sets. Yeah, 1 left to cover the last half of the base. Is he going to use it? Maybe not. I don't think he's going to need it. Oh, bomb's gone off, so yeah. Didn't really get much value from that last heal. I think he just saw the bomb go off and dropped it. But poison does its job on the skelly, slows the king down, he's dead. It's all over by the shouting now, so if my mouse will work, we can fast forward it because there's nothing left to see here. First attack. So who's next? Let's have a look at TC on 8. The grandmother of Clash, here she is. Wrecking bases for a living. Making dinner and wrecking bases, that's TC. Making dinner, defending 3 attacks, comes back, wrecks a base. That's how she rolls. So it's her favoured go ho wee attack. Devastating this attack from TC, just wrecks the base. 4 witches in the bag. Drops those beefy heroes. In they go to kill the queen and deal with that hound. Witches are down. A rage down to encourage them into the base. Hound's already popped. Queen is dead. Enemy queen, that is. And in come the hogs, surgical style. Just sprinkling them in around the edges. Whilst those witches and heroes and everything else tear up the core. And these defences are falling pretty quickly. Not a lot left, only 1.2 point defence left, and a whole pack of hogs to take them down. Witches, wizards in the core. Heroes going around the outside. The grandmother of Clash strikes again. Probably got time for what? One more, maybe. Yeah, we'll have a look at this attack by Chuck. We'll show 2 more. This the one, yeah. So Queen Walk, go home. Assuming he's got a golem in the CC, I guess he has. So cold-blooded, go home. So yeah, started to see more Queen Walks at Town Hall 9. Jury's out for me on it, just because we've seen, not Chuck doesn't fail, but we've seen fails, and I've certainly failed. Queen Walk in Town Hall 9's down to time. It does take up a lot of time. I don't think you need to do it at Town Hall 9. Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, yes, it gives you the percentage if you're going to get a high level 2-star. But I don't know. He gets a lot of value out of the Queen Walk here. It looks nice. People like to do it. I just think, you look at TC's attack, and that just absolutely bullied and overpowered the base. Time was never a factor. I think in these Queen Walks, time is a factor, but Chuck judges it well. Certainly wouldn't criticise him for doing it. I'm not sure it's for everyone. Or it's necessary, but yeah, he's already taken out a good portion of the bases on this southeastern edge, and starts his golem from where I guess he's going to want the queen to join up. Healer's getting some attention from the AD. That's now gone down. So heroes down, funnels created. Jump down for the king to go in and bash up that queen. Rage down to help that along. So hound in the CC. So the Wiz are going to focus on that. Round comes the queen. So look, he's only got a minute left now, and this is where, so he does well to put the hogs in now. Surgical deployment. There's still, half the base to clean up, over half the base to clean up. But if you're going to use hogs, and I've seen people do it without hogs, if you're going to use hogs or maybe loons. Loons obviously a bit slower. Because of the speed of hogs, then you can get away with it without time being such an issue, but no, time's certainly not an issue here. The hogs have come through and just melted that base. All defense is now down. King is poisoned to slow him down. Hogs are now going to turn around once the town hall goes down and smash him up. And yeah, clean up going on all over the place. Great attack. And yeah, very well executed. Time not a factor. But it can be with Queen Walks. That's what I mean. It unnecessarily brings. The clock should never really be in play in Town Hall 9 attacks now. Give me an extra 30 seconds. And again, I've done it. I've run out of time on Town Hall 9 attacks, but there's no real excuse for it anymore. So I'm not sure. Drew's out for me on Queen Walks. That said, great attack. One more. Let's look at Fury. Thank you, RB. Let's have a look at Fury. So this is TC again on her mini. The Grandmother of Clash is here again. 6-star war on her mini. Is this the one I wanted to show? I don't know. Let's have a watch. So Giant in, I think, to try and trigger the CC. Didn't work because there's a Tesla there. So the Hound gets it. The Hog gets it. It's a Hound. So she has a little think and ignores it and comes in with her Golem attack. Whiz behind to create the funnel. So Shattered Golem. Quake down to open up the base. And Golem's reroute. 27 hogs in the bag for this one, so she's coming in much heavier with the hogs. No witches in this attack. Unless she's got them in the CC. No, use Golem in the CC. Hound pops, obviously, that's getting cleaned up with the pups. So a large portion of the base gone down already. Not sure if she's waiting for bombs to trigger. But no, in comes again, surgical deployment. Love the way TC puts her hogs in. Just wrecks stuff very quickly, and it negates the bombs, because if a bomb go off like there, you can see in the north, it's only going to take out a few hogs because they're not all in one big pack. And there's the other double bomb taking out a few more. Cleanup whiz down. Both heroes still up, and it is nearly all over. In fact, it is. We'll fast forward. So yeah, well done again, TC. Second war in a row. Some really good attacks. Showing the boys how it's done. That's for sure. No denying that. So yeah, good war. Fun war. Came down to it. Well done, Wii60. Good opponents. Worthy opponents. Just a shame we couldn't quite clean the 9s or get a 2 on the 11. But it happens, it happens. So I'll be back in about a week or so. Until then, stay clashy.